Hi guys, this video is going to be on how to set up a Schlenk flask on your line. Before you can go ahead and attach it to the line, you're going to need to retrieve a glass stopper for your Schlenk flask. You're also going to need a tap that's going to fit into the arm of the Schlenk, along with the various bits of plastic which secure it in place, and of course some vacuum grease as well to make sure that we don't have any air bleeding in. You'll also have two types of Schlenk flask at your disposal. One's going to be a concave glass joint and one's going to be convex. The concave joint is obviously for bits of glassware to fit into it. So if we're wanting to do something like a reflux, for example, we're going to have to select the concave connection. The convex connection can't really attach anything to it other than a glass stopper. The Viking cap, as you can see, it's a bit different. And so that's mainly just for reactions where we perhaps are just stirring it under nitrogen, say. So once we've selected the right Schlenk flask, we can then apply our two decent lines of grease to our tap that's going to fit into our Schlenk arm, and we're going to rotate that around until the grease appears translucent and so it's evenly spread. This is important, of course, to make sure that we don't have any gaps in the grease, which will allow air to seep into our system. We then have a washer which has a groove in it to allow the O-ring to fit in snugly. So you'll see that it fits in there. The other way around it won't fit, so you need to make sure you select it the right way around. And then once those two things are in place, we can attach the tap head. And we're going to secure the tap in nice and tight. It should be able to move still. It's not to stop it from moving, it's just to make sure that it doesn't pop out. So once we've got the tap secured in place with some grease, we can then go ahead and clamp it. We're going to select an appropriate point on the Schlenk line framing, so usually on the vertical bits of metal, to make sure that it's a bit more secure. And we can of course raise it up and lower it at will. And what's important when we're clamping the Schlenk flasks is that we clamp it around the body of the flask rather than the neck. So you can see we clamp it around the main bit of glass, and that's to ensure that the arm sits above the clamp, and that adds a bit of security basically. If it is to fall or slip, it's going to be caught by the arm there, whereas the neck is a bit more precarious.